Mors is the Roman god of death, and Thanatos is his Greek equivalent. Mors in Greek means the word darkness or dark, while Thanatos means death. Mors is a minor god. He is very often shadowed by Hades or Pluto, leader and ruler of the underworld. Thanatos has a deadly touch, and can actually take away souls from mortals using his powers. The god is usually one to kill in peace, and not to kill harmfully. He is often found in, out, and around the underworld, where he brings souls to the dead. His father was Nyx, the night, while his twin brother was Hypnos, the sleep, and his sisters were the Keres, who were the spirits of slaughter and disease. He also had other siblings, including Jairus, Eris, Nemesis, Apate, and Chiron, the boatmen that led the souls to the underworld. He had a total of 13 siblings. Mors was also believed to be merciless and mean, which meant both mortals, his family, and gods hated him. Mors was very lonely, as that was the type of man he was. He did not have a wife or a girl he loved, according to myth. As I said before, he was also outshadowed all the time by other gods, and he wasn't the smartest throughout his years. In Greek paintings, Thanatos was drawn and said to look like a winged, bearded older man. But in Roman drawings, he was a younger man holding a torch or wreath, or he looked like a butterfly, which symbolized the soul of the dead. He was usually only often referred to, and he rarely appeared in person. Thanatos also had many symbols associated with himself, including inverted torches, which symbolizes death. He also had a wreath of flowers, which meant birth and life after death, wings, which symbolized his role as the god of death and his power of flight, and finally a sword attached to his belt, which represents death as well. Also, since Mars is the god of death, for once, Romans and Greeks did not have any feast or festival honoring him, because no one wanted to celebrate death. Once, in a myth, Mars was told by Jupiter to chain King Sisyphus in the underworld as it was time for him to die. Sisyphus managed to chain Mars in his own chains, which protected all mortals from dying, while the god was chained. In the end, God Mars was angry about this, as he was the god of wars. He freed him and gave Sisyphus right to him. In one of Thanatos' most famous myths, he was ordered to kill a man named Admetus and take him to death. His wife Alcestis agreed that he took her instead of her husband. However, when Thanatos was willing to take her in exchange, the hero Hercules fought him to release Alcestis. In the end, Thanatos and Hercules wrestled and fought, and Hercules actually ended up winning. But as he is the god with more power, he ended up taking her life anyway. In a more heroic story, Thanatos played an important role in the Trojan War when he was summoned by Apollon and Zeus to return the body of Sarpedon to his native land. Sarpedon was a son of Zeus/Pluto and a demigod. He fought along with Trojans bravely until he was killed in the last year of the war. When he died, Pluto hated the loss of his son and did not want to see Sarpedon's body covered in blood, so he summoned Apollon and told him to get Sarpedon's body cleaned. He then told him to tell Thanatos and Hypnos to transport the body to Lycia, which was his native city, so that Sarpedon could have a big burial and be mourned by his friends and family. Thanatos did exactly what he was told and pleased Zeus and Apollon. Mars was actually a minor god and wasn't mentioned much, but played a pretty big role in how everything came together in ancient Greek and Rome. This is the end of my presentation, and thanks for watching.